Hello, Rachel from Let's Be Authentic here. Today I am talking about when is being nice maybe not so nice. And I just want to preface this with saying that what I'm talking about here is not really applying to relationships like if you're a parent or a coach or a caretaker, where there is already that explicit power dynamic of I am here to care for your needs, and that's my role. So this is more talking about folks that are peers to you, maybe coworkers or friends or fellow drivers on the road, people who have an even kind of, status as you. And in some cases that might vary, but this is really just a point of an invitation for reflection. So when is nice not so nice? Well, I'm going to list a few examples of when it might not be. Really, it comes down to what is the why? Like what's behind your nice action or your choice to do something nice for somebody. So one example of a more shadowy reason to be nice would be if you're wanting something. So let's say you're thinking, oh, well, if I do this for this person, then next time they'll do X, Y, and Z. Or, there's some kind of reciprocation that's expected, even if it's not really conscious. It might be kind of an automatic thing for you to like, oh, I do this and then they do this. So notice if there is a motivation behind the niceness in terms of receiving something at a later time. Another shadowy reason would be fear. What if your reason for being nice is because you're not wanting to look like a selfish person, or you're not wanting to look like a bad person for not doing the nice thing? I mean, that's a social conditioning thing, that there's somehow a greater ranking for somebody who does nice things versus somebody who maybe doesn't always, take the opportunity. And so if you're doing something to simply avoid a label that might feel negative, then that is, coming out of fear. Another reason would be to maybe avoid your own discomfort if the person is inconvenienced, right? Like, so maybe, oh, if I do this for so-and-so, then, they won't have to later, and I'm sure it'll kind of avoid them being stressed out. I mean, that can be a nice thing to do for someone, unless what you're doing is avoiding your own discomfort if what they're going to be when they have to do that thing themselves is like cranky, or, you're kind of doing it to avoid the reaction and the response versus doing it out of genuine kindness and, a place of love. You've probably heard the saying, put your own oxygen mask on first. And that applies here too, because ultimately, if we are making choices to do nice things for people, but it's actually running over our own needs, then there's a way that's out of a shadowy place. Maybe it's like a need for validation, right? We feel like we're not a good person if we don't do nice things, and we really want that pat on the back. But ultimately, if we are not resourced ourselves before we're doing things that are nice for other people, that can have an impact on the relationship. It can create an unspoken dynamic that doesn't feel good. So my invitation here is to think about this stuff. When next time you go to do something nice, think about what is your why and what has you making this choice to do it. And is it possible that there is any kind of shadow behind it? And I thoroughly encourage doing nice things. I love doing nice things for people, and I love witnessing. I'm the person who's getting teary-eyed when I'm watching, random acts of kindness on my, TikTok reels. So I'm just simply suggesting that you really investigate for yourself, what is your why for doing these nice things, and see, is it really a thoroughly nice thing to do? So take what you will. Thanks for watching.